Hey, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your Tarot and Oracle card reading for December. I am Teresa, Doctor of Metaphysics and Ascension Guide, here to share a deeper interpretation of the cards. So we're going to do a path reading to see where you're going in December, what gifts and blessings you'll have on your path, what challenges you'll have, and what mountain you can overcome this month. And then we'll get some advice cards and some oracle cards as well. If you find value here, beautiful Sagittarius, please like and comment. That would really help me grow. I super appreciate you. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. God, Spirit, Universe, please bring truth, clarity, and wisdom to this reading for the Sagittarius family and help Sag find their highest and most blessed timeline. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Sagittarius, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Lovers card. And this is what represents you. This is what you are reflecting back to Spirit this month. And what the Lovers card is being at a crossroads, really. It's having a choice to make. And it's also being very, very blessed. So you will be blessed in some beautiful way this month, and you will have a crossroads where you get to choose. You know, we don't always get a choice, believe it or not, Sagittarius. Only sometimes, right? And, you know, the lovers here are supported not only with one another, but from above. So there's a strong energy of being connected and supported in some way as well. All right. So this is your path this month. You have, and it looks good, by the way, really, really good, beautiful Sagittarius. And I'm going to say I'm a Sagittarius rising, and I am here for this one. You start at the Four of Cups to the Chariot to the World, and then you end with the Sun and the Nine of Cups. So Sagittarius, this is a wish card. So pause the video, make a wish, and come back, because we never waste a wish. Okay. So the Four of Cups is finding balance, finding your center, finding your groundedness. Just 1 minute. Sorry about that, Sagittarius. There was an interruption over there, okay? So it's finding your center, being grounded, being connected to your higher self, and having all your chakras lit up. But really, it's like finding your center as you are manifesting, like you are trying to, you have intentions and lots of them, and you're not able to find your grail, your North Star, the thing that you're really wanting. And all you have to really do is look behind you. You know, the grail is being gifted to you by Spirit, and inside of it is the Sun energy. Light, easy, free, happy, youthful, alive, vivacious, you know, energetic. So this is like super high vibe, right? And here it's you trying to find your high vibes, but just holding on as you do, you know, and it feels like you're trying over and over again, and you're getting a little discouraged. You have to kiss a lot of toads before you find your prince. And that's that's what I see in this card. And it's not necessarily about relationships. You know, this can be about anything. You have to try a lot of jobs until you find one that works for you. You have to, you know, don't give up whatever your path is, because it's going to lead to something very, very blessed, okay? But it can get old, it can get boring, you know, it can get tiring, and that's what it feels like, a little bit of discouragement there. Then you have the Chariot and the World. So the Chariot is, you're getting good at staying focused. You're getting good at finding momentum. And as you find momentum, the smallest wind will put wind under your wings, you know, and you will be able to move forward more and more, you know, get your weight in black horse to cooperate with one another, to move forward instead of this way and that way. and being guided by the stars, instead of by your internal fire. So it's like, being guided by spirit and finding a higher path. And then you have the World card, which is the end, that like you're reaching the end of something. You are accomplishing something with the World card, and it's going to start something brand new. So it's exciting. You have new beginnings ahead of you because you've fulfilled some chapter in your life. And it's a big fulfillment. And there are a lot of people who got the World card in their path this month. And I find that very, very interesting. It feels like December is a collective moment for us where there are endings and new beginnings. And for you, it's not always a blessed new beginning, beautiful Sagittarius, but for you, it most certainly is. Because look at where your path leads. The sun that you were looking for in your grail here. Okay. And wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups is your heart overflows with gratitude, with happiness, with peace, with excitement for the future. You have this real vivacious energy here. And it just feels like all kinds of good things. Like this is many, many areas of your life is going to feel fulfilling, satisfying, promising, right? And also with the Sun card, that's considered the happiest card on the deck. It's freeing. And like I said, it's youthful. It's like you're getting your mojo back. It feels like to me. That's exactly what it feels like. Like you could have been wondering, where's my energy? Where's my excitement? Where's my connection to spirit? And like you're finding it in December again. And then what blesses you, the gifts that you have on this path, you have Emperor and 3 of Wands. Emperor is being the boss. It's being in charge of your life. And it's bringing your intentions into concrete fruition. With any 4, and the Emperor is the 4 of the major arcana, so that's the big 4, things become solid, solidified in your life. And they start to make sense. The Emperor makes budgets, makes schedules. He creates plans that makes, food plans and, meal plans and like things like that, where you are able to make sense of your life and get things in order, right? And the 3 of Wands is like the tide is high. The moment is here. Strike while the iron is hot. And so, your life is becoming easier because you're bringing order into it, or you're finding order within it. Finally, it feels like, and an opportunity arises, an opportunity that you've been waiting for. Because with the 3 of Wands, it always reminds me of having a surfboard and waiting on the edge of the water for the big wave. And when the big wave comes, you better be ready, because it'll be gone in just a minute, right? But you've been waiting for a long time, and you will be ready. So that's a really, really good deal. And that's going to be something different for each one of you beautiful Saggies, but you probably already know what I'm talking about. So there you go. What challenges you has a lot to do with manifestation. 3 of Pentacles she is birthing these eggs. She's thinking about turtles while she does it. And because she's focusing on what she wants, when these eggs are hatched, they will be turtles. And the Queen of Pentacles is manifesting the world around her through her intentions. So both of these is mothering energy. So there could be a challenge to do with being a mother, with your mother, with nurturing the world around you, with the duties and responsibilities associated with that nurturing energy. That could be challenging for you. It could be challenging for you to become a mother, to find your fertility too. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be like a real mother. It could just be like, or father. It could just be like when you conceive of an idea, you've conceived of a child, right? Whether it's a business, it's, whether it's a book, any kind of creation. We're talking about a person, place, or thing here, a home, family, whatever it is, right? A job, friends, whatever. So, and again, it's going to be different for each of you, but it could be very difficult for you to get in the flow of that manifestation, or to be that nurturing energy that's needed to see these eggs to full fulfillment, to full hatching, And, we're going to get clarifiers, and I'm definitely going to be clarifying those. And then the mountain that you can overcome this month, the potential, is 5 of Wands and the Hierophant. So this is really big energy to overcome. The Hierophant is the 5 of the major arcana, and the 5 of Wands is the Hierophant of your fire element. The Hierophant is the great teacher, the great guru, and that which connects you to spirit. It connects humanity to spirit. It used to be called the Pope, right? And I see this as the rainbow bridge, Bifrost, the rainbow bridge that connects us to Asgard, or to the land of the gods, right? It's kind of the same thing. And so, it's a potential for you, beautiful Sagittarius, to literally find your way through this very, very dark energy of the 5s where you get lost. Because that's really what 5 means, is getting lost and having to make a change to find your way again. 5 is in the middle of a tunnel. At 0, you're connected to spirit and everything is love and light. At 10, you go home to spirit and everything is love and light. And in the 5s, you're as far away from each end of the tunnel as you can be, so you can't see the light. It's dark and you can get scared. So a lot of us are going to feel scared, are going to feel apprehensive about something. And the key is she's holding lilies to her heart chakra. She's holding her peace. She's experiencing grace under fire. And she's like letting this energy pass as well. The 5 of Wands is a lot of drama and trauma, conflict and competition. But really, if you just hold your peace, this energy will pass, right? And here, the Hierophant is pointing to this stone shaped like a heart. Like that's the key to navigate this labyrinth, right? In order to find your manifestation, the pentacle in the middle, what you intend, your intention. And it's pointing to peace too, the dove of peace. So you have peace and heart chakra, peace lilies, and heart chakra. So interesting. So that's what you have to do. You have to practice peace, practice prayer, practice gratitude, practice mantra, practice meditation, yoga, walk in nature, whatever it is that you can do to stay connected to spirit, to keep your crown chakra open. And you can see that here too with the volcano around here. Crown chakra open. That's all you have to do to navigate this energy. Beautiful Sag. Okay. And then the advice cards for you are Ace of Wands, Death, and 8 of Cups. So Ace of Wands is, again, strike while the iron is hot. You will have a moment of inspiration, a moment of ignition as well, where you will be activated like a match being lit, right? And there's a lot of potential in that. There's a lot of energy in that. It's like an acorn that's going to become an oak tree, that's going to become a forest. There's so much potential there. So recognize the potential, lean into that. The Death card and the 8 of Cups is very interesting. The Death card is change, transformation, becoming a new you. And you can see the energy of the phoenix ascending here, right? And you can see also the energy of this girl ascending here. This is like through change and transformation, through release. And there is a lot of release energy here. You're going to a better, more blessed place. You are literally ascending. And you can see the rainbow here, and you can see Nuit, the goddess of night, above here, right? And stars, you're being guided by the star, by the stars. It's like Spirit is just saying, walk away from what no longer serves you. That's what the 8 of Cups are. Those 8 cups once were valued by you. They were prized by you. You worked, fought, and you prayed for them. And now they just, they've served their purpose, and be grateful and then allow them, even though you've invested a lot in them, you've invested a lot of time, perhaps a lot of money, a lot of energy. Sometimes you don't want to leave a relationship because I've been with this person a long time. You don't want to leave a course of study in school because I'm halfway through my degree. You don't want to stop something because you have a lust for results rather than gratitude and a flow on your path. Where you're following, where spirit leads you. You've decided this is my path, and it just doesn't lead anywhere after a time. Sometimes, right? It only leads to the next step on the journey, and here's the next step on the journey. So accept that, and be changed. Recognize that you're changed and step into your new life. All right. It really feels like with the Death card and the Eight of Cups, this is like really telling you to release something that you could find difficult to release. Okay. I'm getting clarifiers, and I didn't ask for a specific card for this to clarify, but I was talking about the Death card and the Eight of Cups, right? So we'll look at it that way. The Ten of Swords, the ultimate card of disillusionment. It's where, and this is like the big Death card, and you can see the skull here, like this is the major Death card in the tarot. When the Ten of Swords happens, your ego is crucified, and things that you believed in, things that you thought were true, things that you based your identity on, your sense of self, become, you realize it's not what you thought it was. You realize it doesn't serve you. You realize you were misguided, and so you experience like the deepest kind of disillusionment, right? And so, that kind of thing can happen, and Spirit wants you to know that's happening for a reason. It's happening for you, not to you, type of thing. And then the Hermit card came out. Again, I didn't ask for anything specific, but the Hermit card is wisdom. It is finding yourself alone at the top of the mountain, because it's lonely at the top of the mountain, because not everybody ascends the mountain, right? This is the price you pay for asking for wisdom, for seeking wisdom, okay? For seeking the truth. Spirit, please give us clarity on the Four of Cups. Thank you. Please give us clarity on the Hierophant. Thank you. And give us clarity on the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. These two together. Thank you, Spirit. It's the same energy, really. It's just one. There you go. All right. So the Four of Cups, that energy of, I'm looking at these three cups and I'm not recognizing the Grail behind you. Look at this. You're still looking at those three cups and not recognizing the Two of Cups behind you. Really, it's saying, believe in yourself, believe in Spirit, believe that there is a reason that, these three cups don't serve you. Man's rejection is God's protection. Got to kiss a lot of toads before you kiss your prince, that kind of thing, right? It really is just a matter of looking in the right place too. Like you could be not looking in the right place. And once you do, things really come to light, okay? And then the Hierophant is clarified with the Ten of Cups. This is such a happy energy, a very fulfilling energy. The Ten of Cups is it's wish fulfillment on a grand scale. It's many of your wishes coming true, right? Well, it just feels like Spirit, it wants to show you how to make those wishes come true, or how to find your happy ending. Your happy ending is following your heart and keeping peace in your heart and keeping grace under fire. Okay? You will be blessed in that. And the Knight of Pentacles is clarifying Three of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Of course it is, though, right? The Knight of Pentacles is planting seeds and growing a forest. And that is that energy. I said you plant an acorn and it becomes an oak tree and it becomes a forest. It takes a long time, right? And the Knight of Pentacles is a slow process. So a lot of people can get impatient with the Knight of Pentacles. But what it's saying is that this is your challenging position, challenging in that mothering energy, challenging and manifesting energy. It comes from needing to be patient and letting Spirit do its part in the co-creative process. Like when I was younger, I used to be so impatient for finding my soulmate, for finding love, for finding somebody who I can share my life with. And when I finally started just focusing on myself and enjoying my life, that's when I found my beautiful husband. And it just feels like that's kind of what it's saying. You can't hurry love. You can't hurry the universe. All you can do is plant your seed, and then Spirit rains on it. Spirit gives it sunshine. Spirit gives it nourishment, So if you dig your seed up too early, it's not going to come about, But also keep planting those seeds. The Knight of Pentacles continues to plant his seeds, and he reseeds the land. When you get a harvest, you get your fruit, and you take the seeds out of it and you replant it. And there could be something about that in there as well for you, to just keep planting, keep, manifesting, keep looking. There's an answer there for you, beautiful Sag, for whatever your question may be. Let's get some oracle cards for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Wow, such connected energy too. All right. Love it. All right. So you have hidden knowledge, Akashic records, silent understanding. So you're getting downloads, you're getting guidance, you're being shown the way. And telepathy, same thing, beautiful Sag. Transmission, perception, communication. So Spirit is showing you the way this month. Spirit is making things clear to you, giving you messages and synchronicities and signs in your dreams, and the lyrics of songs, whatever. And then you have Queen of the Moon, sovereignty, and long night moon darkness. So, long night moon darkness does feel like there's a seasonal energy to this. There's a time of just allowing, again, with that Knight of Pentacles, and with the Five of Wands and the Hierophant, like I said, just hold your peace while change happens all around you, but maintain a high heart chakra energy. And then you have here, she's got the world over her heart chakra. So it really does feel like things are going to unravel and unfold in your favor because of these cards here. You just have to allow it to happen. You just have to trust and be appreciative, practice gratitude. And this is interesting. You have 40 and 41. This is alignment. This is things are in good order. Things are in perfect order, because you did have the Emperor card there as well. So thank you so much for being here, beautiful Sagittarius. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.